Hi, everyone, and welcome to our first podcast. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
And we are very much beginners of this whole thing.
As you'll probably notice as we go on.
It's just crazy. That's what happens when you get a couple of old people.
Doing new things, yeah.
Doing hip things.
Yeah.
We have decided that we are going to start our own podcast because we're somewhat, very much, frustrated with the current president and his administration. So you need to know that we are not normally the type of people to do this. I mean, we're very much political, but we've taken this to a new level.
Yeah, we're finding it harder to find mass media outlets that reflect our opinions and our frustrations. And as Trump keeps winning settlements from major media companies and attorneys and universities without even going to court, we feel abandoned. So it's time we're going to stick up for ourselves. Although we've participated in protest over the last few months and expect to keep doing so, it feels like we're in an echo chamber, and we want to do something broader, reach more people.
Yep. So that's why we're doing this. People constantly will, on the other side, people will say, what is it about Trump that you don't like? It's not necessarily his politics that I have an issue with. I don't, although I do, okay? I do. That's not... I don't agree with his politics, but that's not the reason why I absolutely despise the man. That's not it. Is it how he handled the border? Well, yeah. Kind of. I think we all know that we need to do something about our borders, but I don't necessarily think that. People will argue, oh, the borders are horrible and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not too crazy about these guys all dressed in black with masks and coming to arrest people that aren't really doing anything wrong.
Exactly.
So I do have a problem with that. But overall, I just despise the man as a human being.
Yeah. I hate how he just jumped in without thinking about things ahead of time into creating the Department of Government Efficiency or Dodge or Doge or whatever you want to call it.
I don't call it anything.
Oh, okay.
Because I refuse to even acknowledge their existence.
Oh, that's good. That's good policy. That'll make them all go away. That's it.
That's what I think.
That's
what I think too.
Yeah. I don't know how anybody thought that firing thousands of people without checking out exactly what they do and how it's going to affect the rest of the world if they did that. I don't know. I don't know how they thought that was a good idea. We're going to examine this closely. We're going to look at some of these things. We're going to look into deportations. We're going to look into Doge. We're going to look into the number of people who have been rehired from Doge because things weren't getting done, the number of citizens that weren't served, the number of people suing, and what the potential liability is going to be for the government for all these wrongful terminations.
That's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
How you can go through, fire all these people that you have no idea what they do.
Right, exactly.
All right? You have no idea what they do, but we know that we can get along just fine without them.
Right. Who needs a government? Yeah.
Who needs it?
Yeah.
Who needs it? Until
we
you
don't
do
use
need
it
them.
until we need them. Yeah.
Makes zero sense.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on with examples of all the things that this man has done. The first administration, now the second administration. I could just go on and on and on. But I'll tell you, the main reason I can't stand this man, he's a bully. He's just
Okay.
a plain bully, plain and simple. He's a guy who we all hated in school. The one who made fun of people, called them names, pushed them around, and then when they could, when they needed to, they'd sick their friends on the other kids. So that's why. I just despise him because he's a bully. You know, sooner or later, kids would grow out of it. You know, if you're in grade school, sooner or later, these bullies would get out of it. Yeah, every once in a while, you know, the real losers would continue in high school.
Yeah.
But they sooner or later would grow out. Trump's never grown out of it.
No.
He's the same mean, horrible, despicable human being that he was when he was in grade school and high school, and I suspect in college. The man has no problems making fun of people, belittling them, making up stupid names like Sleepy Joe or Crooked Hillary, Crazy Nancy, Governor Newscum. That list goes on and on and on. So it's mean. It's just horrible. You know, it's bad enough when kids used to do that in grade school. It's pathetic when they did it in high school. It's downright disgusting when a 79-year-old man does it, and it's absolutely embarrassing when the President of the United States does it. So that is why.
It's a shame you have such a hard time expressing yourself about
I know
how you feel about him.
I think he's a horrible human being.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But another problem that I have with him is that he can't speak the truth. Either he doesn't know the truth, doesn't care what the truth is, or he simply lies just because he can lie. And if his lies weren't enough, he instructs his staff to lie, his cabinet members. He instructs them on a daily basis. He instructs them to lie, which makes it virtually impossible to believe anything that comes out of his mouth or their mouth. That's horrible because we don't know who to believe. You know, so that's my
Okay.
issue.
Okay. Oh, my problem with him is that he hates people that disagree with him, and he keeps urging his followers to hate them too. And I mean, before Trump, I knew that my Republican neighbors wants what was best for the neighborhood. I knew I was a lone Democrat and wanting a sea of Republicans, but I could talk to them. I could explain my views to them. I didn't have to worry about how they would argue with me or it becoming a heated discussion. And then sometimes, after hearing what I had to say, sometimes they would agree with me, or at least I felt like they understood where I was coming from. Now I don't feel that way. Now I feel like I'm not part of the community anymore. I feel like Trump has turned this country into an us versus them thing, and I am definitely a them. And I feel like Republicans want what they want, and they don't care to hear what Democrats or non-Republicans want or need.
Yep. I don't know. You know, it's funny. We were talking, my brother-in-law and I were talking just this afternoon about, he said, you know, George W. Bush, I never voted for him. I didn't particularly like any of his policies. But he said, you know, I could go out and have a beer with that guy. And he said, I think I would have a lot of fun. I said, I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah.
I think George W. Bush would be a good guy to hang with. I never voted for him. Nor his dad.
I didn't agree with their policies, but I didn't think that they meant me wrong. I didn't think that they would harm me.
Right.
You know, I didn't feel unsafe.
Did you ever feel that they were out to get you?
No. Yeah, I didn't like a lot of the policies that they did, but I always thought that they were doing what they thought was best. I don't think Trump is doing what he thinks is best, except unless it's something best for him.
One of the problems is that up until Trump, every president we had, when they took that oath of office, they were the president for all people, not just those that voted for him. That is not the case with this man.
No, and he even admits it now that he hates us, which makes me feel warm and comfortable. I mean, I sleep well at night knowing that he hates me.
Just so you know, Donald, if you're listening, and I hope you are, I hate you too.
Yeah, that's another thing. Him admitting that he hates us gives us the permission to admit that we hate him too. So I feel more able to say that. I mean, my mother always told me that you're supposed to respect these our elected politicians. But
oh, absolutely. No, we came from that generation that we had to respect them. Right. We might not agree with them, but we had to respect them.
Right. Well, we came from the kind of generation where we were supposed to respect our elders too, but yeah, that kind of gone by the wayside too. So
did you always respect your elders?
Well, face to face to them, sure. Well, another thing that we've noticed about Mr. Trump is that he insists on making poor decisions and then sticking with them, regardless of what anybody says, like tariffs. He's obsessed with tariffs, for example, and all the economists agree that they're not great. They're not going to do what he says they're going to do. The negatives far outweigh the positives. But we're going to keep up with them, even though he's learned the nickname Taco. One of these days, he's probably going to go through with one of these things. And that's something we're going to look at.
Maybe. I'm not totally convinced. I'm not totally convinced that he is actually going to make any of these stick. I don't.
I kind of worry about it, though, because if people keep saying Trump always chickens out, one of these days he's going to say, "Oh, I'll show them."
Yeah. Just
I just have a feeling that's going to happen sometime, but who knows? But it's not doing any good threatening him all the time either. It's
no.
Yeah. I mean, that stock market's down today because he's recently threatened to raise to do tariffs on people. So yeah.
You know, I sent you a note earlier because you said, "Is there anything else you want to add?" And I said I did. I thought of something and I wanted to add, but I couldn't remember. I do remember now.
Okay.
I remember his first administration.
Yeah.
Every day was a crap show. Okay? Remember that? Every single day the man would go on because he loves to see himself on TV.
Right.
He loves all of the hoopla. He loves the entire circus. And every day was chaos. He loves chaos.
Yeah.
Joe goes in office 4 years, and we went days, weeks, possibly months, without seeing him on TV.
Exactly.
We knew that it was being taken care of. We all knew, well, some people probably didn't, but we all knew that he wasn't setting the place on fire.
Yes. He wasn't playing with matches in the house, and we don't know that about Trump.
I am so sick of this already, and I didn't realize it until it's like, oh, that's right. I remember this. This was an absolute crap show.
The only thing is, I think they kept him away from the cameras more, except for the last year when it was COVID, and he was on TV every single day. And I think Trump, yes. And I think that's and towards the end of COVID, they stopped having him on all the time, and some of the networks stopped showing him every single day.
Right. But see, every day he would go out with the press. The press would always hang outside or whatever.
but
So
that
he would
wasn't
always
necessarily-
find the press and spread
Whatever.
cheer.
Yeah.
We'll just call it cheer, which is a polite way to
Yeah,
say
I know.
garbage.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing I'm not crazy about. His Truth Social and X or Twitter before that. All these things that normally you make out a document, you sign it, you put it out there, and you have your press secretary show it to you. Now, in the middle of the night, he's giving out these things about these major policies that he's putting out there in the middle of the night on Truth Social, which I don't have access to Truth Social, so I have no idea what's going on. I have to wait until it's somebody on TV tells me what he put out there. And then you don't know, is this something real? Or is this something that
Well, it's real in his head.
Well, probably. But
I mean, does it make
kind
it
of-
real?
I kind of like things being a little more official than not,
Well, see, welcome to the world of Trump.
Yeah, I know. I just not my favorite thing about that thing. About him being out there. Yeah.
I'm guessing that no one's crazy about that.
Yeah.
but at 2:00, yeah, there's just something about the president of the United States laying there in bed. I guess I'll just tweet some crap.
Yeah. See if anybody's out there listening. Is
anybody here?
Yeah. It's like,
But what was it? What was it a while back when we bombed wherever, and he only released it on Truth.
Yeah. We bombed Iran, and we took care of their nuclear weapons, and everything's been devastated. But
only on his make-believe.
But only on his, because everybody else was saying, well, it's too early to tell. We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't go on any networks.
No.
He just let his friends know.
Yes.
Just the people that love him.
Right. Yeah.
Go save yourselves, okay? Just a heads up, we just bombed wherever.
Yeah. And the only way that you can get that stuff right away is if you belong to Truth Social, and which, surprise, surprise, he happens to own stocks in.
Right.
Own part of it.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's dig into this.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Okay.
going to yet.
Okay.
But we'll dig into this.
Okay.
Why the hell is it okay for the President of the United States to make lots and lots of money on the side? He's always got a side hustle.
Oh, I know.
Always got a side hustle. My brother-in-law
Same
gets in the
brother-in-law?
mail different.
Okay.
His brother.
Okay.
All right. Gets in the mail today a coin.
Oh,
A coin.
that's cool.
The jury's still out on how he got it, because he's an anti-Trumper. Okay.
Oh,
All right. So he's got this coin. It's an official Donald J. Trump coin.
oh my God, official. Okay.
Official.
Okay.
And for the mere price of $60.40, you get to keep it. Honest to God. All right.
So we send the bill along with the coin? Is that what?
Of course, but you gotta
Okay,
pay it
all
sooner or
right.
later.
Well, I mean, you got the coin, why pay it? Well, he does have ice. They can come out and get you. Yeah, that's
Someone's
true.
gonna knock on your door.
And say,
Cough
you're no longer
the
a citizen. Give us our $60 and we'll let you alone.
The man has got a side hustle for everything.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at his Truth Social post for the last month or so, and yeah, he's selling perfume out there now too.
Perfume?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a perfume or wait a second.
Cologne?
Cologne. It might be cologne, but well, he's got to take care of us ladies too. You know, he said he was going to take care of us when he was running for president.
Can you imagine the slogan? You too can smell just like me.
Oh, and we'll be out there running out to get them. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smell just like him.
Yes. Okay. Let me just
All
pull
right,
that up
so-
and see what that was. Let's see. Sorry.
I mean, he's got a whole slew of these side things.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wait. Back that one up. Oh,
Trump
never mind.
fragrances.
Oh, fragrance.
So that could be perfume.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
They're called Victory 45, 47. Strength and success for men and women. So, all right. He did take care of us too. I'm sorry. It's not just for you. We can smell just as good as you. So,
Wait, bring that back. Oh,
Victory 45.
You at home can't see this yet, but
No.
but someday you might.
Yeah. Once we get good at this, yeah.
All right.
One day you guys
Fragrance?
could for men. Oh, they have
What
one
is
for
that
men.
called again? Oh, Victory.
45, 47.
Victory 45, 47.
Yes. I don't know if you get the.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I've got to give me some of that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Well, now we know what we're going to get each other for Christmas,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's a Christmas thing, boy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, between now and Christmas, he'll come out with his own slippers,
Oh.
so we
oh.
could get we could get perfume / cologne and slippers,
Yeah.
and possibly a robe.
That would be
I
nice.
can't. And so, is he still selling the Trump steaks by chance?
I don't know. That might have been something before he was a president. I don't
Oh.
know. That might not be
Um,
anything that he. Elizabeth Warren did do a report on what he's accepting from different people for his library. So his
Oh,
library
really?
is going to be wonderful. It's going to be billions of dollars, but if he keeps going the way he's going, he's going to have tons of money for his library, which will probably be gold plated. But
what state would that be in? Have they talked about
oh,
that?
it's got to be
New York
Florida,
probably
right?
I would have to. I would like to think so because
yeah.
New York probably won't take him back.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think they will.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think Florida's going to have to.
New
be
York
it.
City's going to say, "This town ain't
Yeah.
big enough for that library."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just over that. You know, when he left last time, I was just exhausted. Do you know,
Yeah.
mentally exhausted from listening to nothing but crap from this man.
Yeah.
But at least he had some decent human beings. Some, okay,
Yeah.
not all.
Yeah.
But he had some decent human beings that would stop him before he went over the edge.
Yes. Yes.
He doesn't have that now.
No. No.
But my God, is he just? Oh,
that.
I get so tired of listening to that every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tells us how great he is every single day. Have you ever? You know, I've noticed in my 100 years on this earth that typically somebody that tells me every day how great they are usually aren't that great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you might start out thinking, "Oh, it must be great." Nobody else would be saying that if they weren't great. But
Right.
after a while, if you don't see it for yourself,
Right.
it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you know, typically somebody that just keeps telling me how great they are. I don't see it.
Heard that.
I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm great, but I don't go around telling people that. So, you know.
No.
Yeah.
No, you
And
are
it's like,
great,
yeah,
and
yeah. And you're probably great. I'm great too. I'm not sure, but
I wouldn't say great,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
mediocre. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. And darn proud of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's you know, that's kind of how we envision this whole thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll have ideas. We'll have show. Every week we'll come up with a topic, but
Right.
we'll go off.
And we'll dig down deep into things. We'll try to anyway. And let you know how we see things. We might get it wrong. If you do, please let us know. But please be kind about it. And
Oh, yeah,
be
be
polite.
kind.
Otherwise, we'll just ignore you. But anyway, if you tell us what we're getting wrong, we will be sure to correct it.
Or do the best we can.
Or do the best we can to explain why we think the way we feel and why, and let people know what your opinions are too. We want to understand why he makes the things that he's, the changes that he's making that seem to want to harm people. Like cutting Medicaid, Medicare, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the National Oceanic Sphere Administration that lets us know what the weather is. Cutting funds for them, that harms people.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you ask some of the people in Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Why don't you ask some of those people?
What they feel about it, yeah. And I don't know. If I were in Florida or some of these states get hurricanes every year, I would be very, very, very nervous right about now that all these funds are being cut. I know that before I retired, I worked for 42 years, and during those 42 years, I was laid off for 3 months, and fortunately for me, I had an IRA, I had savings, and so I could keep up with my prescriptions, even though I had no insurance. I got a temporary job for 18 months, so for about 2 years, I was without insurance or any benefits, and it was tough. And but I was lucky. I was very lucky. Nobody is safe from financial slowdowns, accidents, crimes, addictions, abuse, any other societal ill, and a lot of us live paycheck to paycheck, and especially when we're starting out. I mean, when I started out, I was lucky. I had a family that was willing to help me, but not everybody has a family that can or will help. So why are we denying people that don't have that a safety net just because we're lucky enough not to need one? I mean, it's called a safety net to keep people from falling down so far that they can't get back up. As we go on, we're gonna look at the big beautiful bill and point out who it helps, which seems to be the rich, and who it hurts, which seems to be the poor.
It's always the poor, though. It's always the poor.
Yeah.
It's always the ones that need it most, and we will definitely dive into that more, because it's always the poor. That just drives me insane that the people that need the help are being pushed aside, and the rich, the ultra rich, gets every break in the book. You know what? I'm not asking them to pay more than their fair share. The rich,
right?
I'm not asking them to pay more than their fair share, but at least step up.
Yeah.
Don't try to find every loophole in the book.
No kidding. Well, Trump just gave a speech to some faith gathering, and filled with rich men, and he talked about how they should be very glad that he's the big I call it the big bad, but the big and beautiful bill passed because the big bad
bill.
Yeah, the big bad bill. The rich guys there, he knew a guy that's very rich and very smart, but not very good looking. And if that hadn't passed, then his wife probably would have left him. He wouldn't have as much money. He said that, did he? Oh, he did. He did. Yeah. So not only would he just did it for the guys so they could keep their wives, but assuming that nobody rich is a woman,
right?
So, well, and assuming that wives, if they're sticking with a rich man, they wouldn't marry a rich man unless it was for his money. So yeah, he respects us so much. It's just, I mean, I love how he loves to take care of us. I know, but yeah.
Well, he's a doer, I tell you.
Yeah,
what.
I know. He really is. He's just right out there.
So this guy was ugly.
That's what he said. He said he was smart and he was rich, but he wasn't very good looking. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta see that video.
Okay.
Now I gotta see that
we'll
video.
have to look it up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's something else we want to do is we want to bring videos in and stills and things like that. Right now we're just starting out. We'll get better.
I promise we'll get better.
Yes.
And if we don't, it's not as if you're paying for it.
Right, exactly.
So, Yeah. That's the purpose of this whole podcast. It isn't to bash his supporters or to ridicule them or to mock them. That would put us pretty much at the same level as Trump.
Exactly.
Our purpose is to explain our reasoning as to why why we don't support his views and why we personally despise him.
Well,
Would
is
you
fair.
say?
Yeah,
would you say you despise him?
Yeah. That's another thing. I was always told not to say things like you despise somebody or hate somebody, and I've been coarsened over the years.
Yeah.
So,
well,
Yes. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. He despises us.
Right.
He absolutely despises us.
Yes.
All right, fine. We despise you too.
Yeah.
So, but that's to me it goes far beyond his politics and his policies.
Mm-hmm.
He's a horrible human being, an embarrassment to the entire country.
Yeah.
I might not have liked the policies of the other presidents, but I didn't despise them.
No.
As I said before, I didn't particularly care for the policies of Reagan or either of the Bushes, but I think the Bush guys are they were pretty good. I liked them. I loved George W.'s mom.
A
lot.
Barbara. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't, again, we didn't despise these people.
No. We wouldn't have voted for him, and we didn't vote for them, but
No.
but we weren't scared of them, and we didn't hate them.
No.
So,
no.
yeah.
No. And was George W.'s 8 years, was that painful? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But you're right when you said you think he did what he thought was best.
I do. I don't think he was doing anything out of malice or out of trying to get revenge. Well, maybe the Iraq War, but other than that, yeah, it wasn't like a personal revenge against people that didn't vote for you.
Right.
And I do believe that they thought that they were presidents of the entire nation. I don't think Trump feels that way. I mean, he's definitely not.
He doesn't even pretend.
No, he
doesn't
doesn't.
even pretend.
He doesn't. No.
No.
It's us versus them. It's we're losers, and he doesn't have to bother with us. So.
No, if there was two Trump supporters at this table,
Yeah.
and you and I, he would absolutely say he's their president.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not ours, and he's not going to help us.
Yeah.
He would say that. He would absolutely say that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's where we're at. And I do want to get into, at some point, how did this happen?
Yeah, because that floored both of us.
Yeah.
When we reelected him.
Yeah, I do. I want to know.
Yeah.
How did a guy like Donald J. Trump get the
Elected.
nomination
Twice.
After we saw the
Three
first one?
I'm sorry. 3 times.
Oh, yeah,
got the
3 times,
nomination.
yeah,
Three
3
times.
times.
And elected twice. That's
Yeah.
it's
That's the best that the Republican Party has. That's the best.
And that's the best that people voted for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, 3 times he gets the nomination. Now I understand.
Yeah.
I understand the second time because he was the sitting president.
Right, and that was kind of a given.
But I don't know how he gets nominated in the first place, and then
and after being impeached, why?
Twice.
Yeah, they nominate him again,
Yeah.
and after inciting a coup. I mean, basically, inciting an attack on the Capitol.
Right.
Yeah, that's and then forgiving them all, and Republicans. They were there. They were in the foxhole along with everybody else in that day on January 6th. I don't know why we're all excited about him releasing all the people that caused it or were involved in it.
Because they're too chicken to tell
Yeah.
how they really feel.
Yeah.
You know, because if they were to really tell how they felt,
Mm-hmm.
they would go against him. But they will
Yeah.
never go against him. Donald Trump, they will never ever go against Donald Trump.
Well, see, I wouldn't know what my representative thinks or feels because he doesn't not do town halls anymore. So yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's that.
I leave him phone messages and stuff, but you know.
Does he ever call you back?
No, he doesn't.
Probably busy.
No, he probably is. He probably
Probably
is.
busy.
But his staff is very nice. They're very polite, and they assure me they'll let him know how I feel. So yeah.
I bet they
Yeah.
didn't.
I bet you maybe they didn't.
I bet they didn't.
But oh well.
That's
It's hard telling. It's hard telling. I mean, yeah, I'm sure
Maybe.
he's just
maybe, but
Yeah.
so that's basically what the show is going to be about.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll dive in. We'll take a subject every week. We'll dive in. We'll talk about it, dissect it. Probably throw in some sarcasm. I'm guessing we'll probably
Yeah.
throw in a little sarcasm.
those of
and-
you who don't know us know that that's really hard for us to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's what we're doing. That's our goal. We'll take a subject, and every week, at least until we get through, obviously all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to discuss the cabinet picks.
Yeah. Break down their why they were nominated and what
Right.
their actual qualifications are for the job.
Yeah, there was once upon a time in this country that if you were nominated to a cabinet, you had a little knowledge about
Yeah.
that position.
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
a little knowledgement
Right.
about.
Right.
You know, let's
yeah.
just say, for example, and this is just an example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's say if you were going to be over education.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll just call that the education secretary.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We'll call that.
Okay. Good
all
name.
right?
Okay.
So, typically, a president that knows what they're doing would put somebody in that position that knew something about education.
Wow. Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They used to do that.
They used to do that?
No,
Wow.
they used to, honest to God,
Wow.
they used to do that. They would
Oh, I'm
they would
amazed.
actually appoint somebody that knew something about education.
Oh man.
Now the first time around,
Mm-hmm.
I was still teaching at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Then he put Betsy DeVos
Oh yeah.
in charge. In charge, yeah.
And we're
Just-
very proud of her because she's from Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
are we. So
she
yeah.
was so good at that job.
I bet.
Oh, she
I
was
bet.
so good at that job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
There wasn't a person on this earth that hated public schools more than Betsy DeVos.
Yeah.
And that's why you put her in there.
Yeah.
You know, Yeah, that was great.
You'll be happy to know that the Supreme Court just said that Donald Trump can fire everybody in Department of Education, which pretty much means that they can pretty much get rid of the Department of Education because won't be anybody there to run it. But
they might just as well, because
not a big thing.
This fool that took over. I'm sorry. Did I say fool?
Yeah, I think you did.
I meant idiot.
Okay.
Anyways,
okay. Well, it's much better. Glad.
She's probably not. She is a
probably
business
isn't.
person. Okay,
Probably
I get
not.
it. I get it. All right. But
Yeah.
she knows nothing about education. Why would you do that?
I wouldn't. But silly me, if I were running something and I knew nothing about it,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know anything about education, but I would try to find somebody that knew something about education. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Trump knows about working your way up from the bottom, learning the ropes, so to speak. I think he believes that you just put somebody in and
Mm-hmm.
they have the looks, they have the money, they can run it. They can do anything. If they look the part, that's all that
All they have to
matters.
do-
You just have to look the part. That's 99.9% of the job is looking the part
Okay.
and being good on TV. And yes.
Right. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's what. I mean, that's that's what he did.
But
He was
Linda-
good on TV, and he got to be president. I mean, come on.
I got news for you. It didn't look good on TV.
Well, I personally didn't find that, but other people did. Apparently, he plays a businessman very well.
Well,
Not my idea of a good businessman, but
all right,
apparently
so you're
others.
saying you're saying he looked good when he
when he
made
was
believe that he was
a businessman and
on
successful
what was the name of that
businessman.
show?
I have no idea.
I don't know. You're
I'm
fired
blanking
or
on it.
something.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
fired.
yeah, that
You're
was
fired.
the thing.
You're
Yeah.
fired. Okay.
Oh, The
good.
Apprentice. The
Apprentice.
Apprentice. Okay.
All right. So,
Okay.
I never watched that show. Not one.
did
Not one episode. I don't even know if I
No.
ever sat through a full
No.
commercial. But the man was fake then.
Yeah. Had a fake office, had fake everything. Yeah, but
And a script.
But apparently he has a personality. I've never found that either, but
I'll be darned.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the problem that I have is that Linda.
Oh, McMahon? Or
That's
is
the
that
one.
it? Okay.
She doesn't look the part.
Oh,
She looks
yeah.
like somebody that would own like a wrestling thing.
That's true. But
Yeah. Not that there's anything
but she's
wrong
got
with
the
that.
money. See,
Bingo.
you can have one or the other or both. Both is perfect, but you can have one or the other because there are some people in the cabinet, maybe not that good looking, but they have money. So,
But they have money.
but they have money.
Now
and then
that's,
the ones that don't have that much money are good looking. So, yeah.
Now that's not to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think every president has gone through and said, "All right, well, I'm going to do you a favor," and
Yeah, that's probably
and-
true. But it's
but they
usually
were somewhat
something.
qualified.
Yeah, or they were. It wasn't a position that had a lot of authority.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
thank God
yeah.
for Marco.
Oh yeah, that really worked out well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah.
God,
I like the way he just holds Trump's feet to the fire and
Yes.
makes sure that his orders make sense and
Mhm.
are well thought out. Yeah. And that's how come he's in charge of everything now.
Yeah.
Because every time somebody leaves, he's put in charge. So yeah.
Someday, hopefully, he'll
Yeah.
be president because
I think so.
hopefully-
I think that's what happens. Is he
Yeah.
gets to be president next. But yeah.
Can you? How many people in the cabinet? And there's a lot of people. Okay, and I understand.
Yeah.
I would have to say though, most are not qualified for what they have.
I think that, but we'll dig deep and we'll see what happens. We do have this ambition. Dan, and I can't remember his last name, but he was a podcast host.
Oh yeah,
and he's deputy director of the FBI. So if we do good here, who knows?
All right.
Yeah.
So
you think? Because that would be a cool job.
That's
but
all right.
We'll
so
have to work on it.
That's the reason why we started this.
Yes,
right?
That's
the reason.
because we figure
we have.
We don't have. Dan's pretty good looking. I'm not, but so we don't have the looks.
That's not.
But
true
and we don't have the money.
No.
But bam, maybe we can do the podcast thing. Yeah.
Well, we better be sucking up more than we are this time because.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're sunk. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he isn't going to want us.
No. No. So. Oh well.
At any
blew
rate,
that. Okay.
That's what this is all about.
It is.
That's what this is all about.
Yes. Like we said, we just want to get our thoughts and opinions out there. Maybe maybe you'll agree with us. Maybe you won't agree with us. Maybe we'll learn something new. Maybe you'll explain to us why some of these things make sense to you, or even further things that we should be looking at. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of research. We're not going to just go out there and just tell you our opinions, although that will be mainly what we're going to do.
That will be
just our
mainly
unqualified opinions. But we're also going to try to keep up with the current controversies.
Yeah.
And maybe break in and once a week bring up one or two. Not that there are any controversies with Trump, but
no.
But if there are, we will do that too.
We'll break in.
Yeah, we'll break
in the middle of the night and just to keep you informed.
We're going to have to get a Truth Social account.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, but anyway.
So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We promise we'll get better at it.
We will.
Maybe we'll practice.
Yeah.
Day in and day out.
We're retired. What else do we have to do?
We've got nothing.
Except Dan gets a job every other day. So I personally know how to do a retirement, but yeah.
But see, I spend a lot of money. So my favorite pastime is, store. So I have to. I need jobs.
And I help. So
there you go. Right. So anyway, so that's our first show.
Yes.
And who knows? We might come back and do it again.
I think that's a thing. Yeah.
All
I
right.
think so.
All right. So quickly, we'll they call this a tease in the business.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think? Next week's show.
I'd like to get into immigration, deportations. That type of thing. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm also looking at Medicaid. So that's part of the big beautiful bill, though. So.
The big beautiful bill.
So we might break that up into different things.
Well, yeah, we could.
Deportations are kind of part of the big beautiful bill too, because they gave ICE like what? Lots of money. So we'll have to check on that to see how wisely they're using it.
Okay. That's coming up in future shows. Could be next week.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Thank you all very much for watching.
Thanks. And have a good night.